بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. رب زدنا علما. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإن منهم لفريقا يلقون ألسنتهم بالكتاب لتحسبوه من الكتاب وما هو من الكتاب ويقولون هو من عند الله وما هو من عند الله ويقولون على الله الكذب وهم يعلمون. ما كان لبشر أن يؤتيه الله الكتاب والحكم والنبوة ثم يقول للناس كونوا عبادا لي من دون الله ولكن كونوا ربانيين بما كنتم تعلمون الكتاب وبما كنتم تدرسون ولا يأمركم أن تتخذوا الملائكة والنبيين أربابا فيأمركم بالكفر بعد إذ أنتم مسلمون. وَإِنَّ مِنْهُمْ, and indeed among them surely is a group. They distort their tongues in reciting the book, so that you may think it is from the book and not it is from the book. وَيَقُولُونَ, and they say it is from Allah, but not it is from Allah. And they say about Allah the lie while they know. Ma kana li basharin, note is for a human that Allah gives him the book and the wisdom and the prophethood. Then he says to the people, be worshippers, me besides Allah, but would say, be worshippers of the Lord, because you have been teaching the book, and because you have been studying it. And note, he will order you that you take the angels and the prophets as lords. Would he order you to the disbelief after when you have become Muslims? So it was during the presence of the deputation from Najran that some Jews and Christians had said, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, do you want
Sallallahu Alaihi
us to
Wasallam.
worship you the way Christians worship Jesus, son of Mary? He said, I seek refuge with Allah that we worship someone other than Allah or call on others to do so. Allah Almighty has not sent us to do that. Thereupon, this verse was revealed. And the infallibility of the prophets. The verse implies that a person whom Allah invests with the book, the wisdom, and the power of making decisions, and places him on the greatest station of prophethood, is always faithful to his mission when he communicates the divine message to people and calls on them to become his faithful servants. That he starts moving people away from the worship of only one God and starts asking them to become his own worshippers or the worshippers of some other creatures. It's something he can never do. If so, this would mean that the one whom Allah had sent as his messenger did not, in fact, deserve this designation. Any government of this world, when appointing someone to an office of responsibility, always take two factors into consideration. First one, does the incumbent have the ability to comprehend and execute government policy? Second, how far can he be expected to execute government directives and to hold its subject in a stable stance of loyalty? No king or parliament would ever appoint someone as its representative or ambassador about whom there exists the least doubt of indulging in anti-government activity or deviation from its policy or directives. However, it is possible that the government may have failed to make a correct assessment of a person's ability or loyalty, but with Allah, even that element of doubt does not exist. If he knows about a man that he would not overstep the bounds of loyalty and obedience to him, even in the slightest degree, then it is impossible that he could later on prove to be contrary to that assessment. Otherwise, it would mean that divine knowledge is defective. We seek refuge with Allah. Right from here, the question of the Isma, infallibility of the prophethood, of the prophets alayhimussalam, becomes clear now that the blessed prophet are free of minor sins. How can the probability of doing shirk, the major sin of associating others with Allah, or making revolt against Allah, remain valid? In this, there is the necessary refutation of the Christians who claim that it was Masih alayhi salam who asked them to have belief in his sonship and Godhead. Also chastised were the Muslims who had gone to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, trying to find out if it was all right for them to prostrate before him rather than greet him with the usual salam. Also admonished were the people of the book who had invested their rabbis and monks with the station of God. Refuge with Allah. وَإِذَا أَخَذَ اللَّهُ مِيثَاقَ النَّبِيِّينَ لما آتيتكم من كتاب وحكمة ثم جاءكم رسول مصدق لما معكم لتؤمنن به ولتنصرنه قال أأقررتم وأخذتم على ذلكم إصري قالوا أقررنا قال فاشهدوا وأنا معكم من الشاهدين فمن تولى بعد ذلك فأولئك هم الفاسقون أفغير دين الله يبغون وله أسلم من في السماوات والأرض طوعا وكرها وإليه يرجعون قل آمنا بالله وما أنزل علينا وما أنزل على إبراهيم وإسماعيل وإسحاق ويعقوب والأسباط وما أوتي موسى وعيسى والنبيون من ربهم لا نفرق بين أحد منهم وَنَحْنُ لَهُ مُسْلِمُونَ. And when Allah took covenant of the prophets, certainly whatever I have given you of the book and wisdom, then comes to you a messenger confirming that which is with you. You must believe in him and you must help him. He said, do you affirm and take on that condition my covenant? They said, we affirm. He said, then bear witness, and I am with you among the witnesses. Then whoever turns away after that, then those they are the defiantly disobedient. So is it that then the religion of Allah they seek, while to him have submitted whatever is in the heavens and the earth, willingly or unwillingly, and towards him they will be returned. All say, we believe in Allah and it's revealed on us, and what was revealed on Ibrahim and Ismail and Ishaq and Yaqub and the descendants, and what was given to Musa and Isa and the prophets from their Lord. Note we make distinction between any of them, and we to him are submissive. So, three covenants with Allah Almighty. There are three kinds of pledge Allah Almighty has taken from his servants. One, One of them has been mentioned in Surah Al-A'raf under Alastu bi Rabbikum. Am I not your Lord? The purpose of this pledge was to bring around the whole human community to believe in the being of God and in His universal lordship, since the whole uh, edifice of religion rests on this very cornerstone. Unless this belief is there, the lead given by reason and reflection can be of no positive use in the field of religion. Additional detail on this subject will inshallah appear where due. Second, the second plate is mentioned in verse 187 of the present surah we are doing, and the ayah وَإِذَا أَخَذَ اللَّهُ مِيثَاقَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ لَتُبَيِّنُنَّهُ لِلنَّاسِ وَلَا تَكْتُمُونَهُ. This pledge was taken exclusively from the ulama, religious scholars of the people of the book, asking them not to hide the truth, but to state it clearly and openly. The third one, وَإِذَا أَخَذَ اللَّهُ مِيثَاقَ النَّبِيِّينَ لَمَا آتَيْتُكُم مِّن كِتَابٍ وَحِكْمَةٍ. And when Allah made the prophets take pledge, saying, if give you a book and wisdom. Ayah number 81. To answer as to where did this third pledge take place, it can be said that it either took place in the spiritual world on a metaphysical plan, or in our physical world by means of revelation. Both are probable. And this is taken from Bayan al-Quran. This is one of the Urdu tafsir. As for the meaning of mithaq, pledge, the Holy Quran has itself mentioned its content. However, with regard to the relevant subject of this pledge, saying differ, Sayyidina Ali and Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma say that this was about the last prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. It means that Allah Almighty had taken this pledge from all prophets solely in respect of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. The pledge was that they should, if they appear in his blessed time, believe in him, give him help and support, and leave behind instructions for their respective communities to do the same. And Tawus Hassan al-Basri and Qatada rahimahumullah say that this pledge was taken from the Prophet so that they help and support each other mutually. This is taken from Tafsir ibn Kathir. This latter statement can also be substantiated from what Allah Almighty has said in Surah Al-Ahzab, وَإِذَا أَخَذَ اللَّهُ مِيثَاقَ النَّبِيِّينَ وَإِذَا أَخَذْنَا مِنَ النَّبِيِّينَ مِيثَاقَهُمْ وَمِنْكَ وَمِن نُوحٍ وَإِبْرَاهِيمَ وَمُوسَى وَعِيسَى بْنِ مَرْيَمَ وَأَخَذْنَا مِنْهُمْ مِيثَاقًا غَلِيظًا. And when the meaning is, and when we took from the prophets their pledge, and from you, and from Nuh and Ibrahim and Musa and Isa, son of Maryam, and we took from them a firm pledge. Surah number 33, ayah number 7. This is because the pledge was taken in order that they support and assist each other. In reality, there is no contradiction in the two explanations cited here. Therefore, both can be brought to bear on the meaning. There may be a doubt here. One may say that Allah Almighty is all-knowing and all-aware. He certainly knows that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam will not be appearing in this world during the presence of any prophet. If so, asking prophets to believe in him seems to be of no use. but a little deliberation would bring its usefulness into clear focus. One will realize that the moment they declare a firm intention to believe is commanded by Allah Almighty in the prophethood of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the paradigm of most sublime attributes. It will be right from that point of time that they will become entitled to divine bliss. The final and universal prophet. In verse 81, beginning with the word وَإِذَا أَخَذَ اللَّهُ مِيثَاقَ النَّبِيِّينَ, and when Allah made the prophets take pledge, it has been clearly stated that Allah Almighty took a fair pledge from all prophets, which was when during your lifetime there comes another prophet who will certainly reaffirm the message of past prophets and their book. Then it is necessary for the prophet who is present at that time, that he not only believe personally in the veracity and prophethood of the new prophet, but also instructs others to do so. From this absolute rule set by the Quran, it becomes very clear that Allah Almighty must have taken a pledge from the prophets about Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as well, quite similar to what Allama al-Subuki has stated in his treatise entitled At-Ta'dhim wal-Minna fi la-tu'minna bihi wa la-tansurunna. He says, in this verse, the word Rasul, messenger, refers to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and there has never been a prophet from whom Allah Almighty had not taken the pledge to believe in his prophethood and provide help and support to him. And there has not been one single prophet who did not bequeath to his community the legacy of believing in and helping and supporting him. And if the noble Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had appeared during the times of the prophets, it is he who would have been the prophet to be obeyed by all of them, and all of them would have been part of his community. This tells us that his status is not restricted to his being simply the prophet of his community. He is the prophet of prophets as well. So he himself says in a hadith, if Moses was living today, he too would have had no option but to follow me. 88, another occasion, he said, when Isa alayhi salam, Jesus will come, he too will act in accordance with the noble Quran and the rules set forth by your prophet. Thus, from here, we learn that this prophethood is universal and inclusive, and that all previous religious codes stand absorbed in his Sharia. What is being said here also brings into a bright focus the correct meaning of his saying, بُعِثْتُ إِلَى النَّاسِ كَافَةً, I have been sent to all human beings. It shows that taking this hadith to mean that his prophethood extends from his time to the day of judgment is not correct. Instead, the time duration of his prophethood is so extensive that it begins before the prophethood of Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam, as the Holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam has himself said in a hadith, كنت نبيا وآدم بين الروح والجسد. كنت نبيا وآدم بين الروح والجسد. Adam, I was a prophet even when Adam was in a state between spirit and body. That he will be the first to step forward for intercession on the day of resurrection, and that the entire progeny of Adam alayhi salam will assemble under his flag, and that he led the prayers at a congregation of all prophets in Baitul Maqdis on the night of ascents, Mi'raj, are all signs of this leadership, which is great and universal. I think have time to do more. We can do I-85. Yes, brother Ahmed, we can
No,
do more.
I think it's good enough.
Okay, so from here, inshallah, we're gonna do the next. Assalamu. Oh,
So I
so
think it's a good.
let's translate the verses we have done. Alhamdulillah. It's doing
So
connection and
Psalm 79. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Okay. It's not for any human to whom Allah has given the book and wisdom and prophethood to say to the people, be my worshippers besides Allah. But on the contrary, he would say, be worshippers of the Lord because if you have been teaching the book and you have been studying it. Nor would he order you to take the angels and the prophets as Lord. 79, right?
78 first time. We have
70. Okay, yeah, 70. Okay. No, you're right. 78, sign 78. Let's go back again. So, and indeed, among them is a group who distort the book with their tongues so that you may think it's from the book, but it's not from the book. And they say this is from Allah, but it's not from Allah, and they tell a lie about Allah while they know. It's not for any human to whom Allah has given the book and wisdom and prophethood to say to the people, be my worshippers besides Allah. But on the contrary, he would say, be worshippers of the Lord because you have been teaching the book and you have been studying it. Nor would he order you to take the angels and the prophets as Lord. Would he order you to disbelieve after you have become Muslims? And when Allah took the covenant of the prophets, saying, certainly, whatever I have given you of the book and wisdom, then there comes to you a messenger confirming that which is with you. You must believe in him and support him. He said, do you affirm and take on that condition my covenant? They said, we affirm. He said, then bear witness, and I am with you among the witnesses. Then whoever turns away after that, then those are the defiantly disobedient. Do they seek other than the religion of Allah, while to him have submitted whatever is in the heavens and the earth, willingly or unwillingly? And to him they will be returned. Say, we believe in Allah and what is revealed to us, and what was revealed to Ibrahim and Ismail and Isaac and Yaqub, and the descendants, and what was given to Musa and Isa, and the prophets from their Lord. We do not make any distinction between them, and to him we are submissive.
Okay, so
and whoever seeks a religion, that's it, right? 84?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
inshallah.
84, we'll start on 84. So tomorrow, inshallah, or maybe after.
Yes, inshallah, I'll let you know.
Inshallah. Take good care of yourself and be happy and healthy. And also remember us in your prayers when you go to the Prophet's mosque, his Rawda.
Yes,
inshallah. And we're gonna
inshallah,
spend some
inshallah.
time in
Yeah.
Riyadh Jannah as well, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay, see you then. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.